All right, welcome back everybody to episode 5 of Real-Time Design with Toby Schnaars Season 1. And we're now ready to get into SolidWorks and create the design for this 10 key that we're going to use for our 3D printed project to advance slides in PowerPoint using a foot controller. Now, I'm going to launch SolidWorks 2019 for the first time, and I'm going to take a couple of minutes here to go through and get the software set up. And I think that you'll find this very insightful. This is something that I do every time I set up a new seat of SolidWorks, and it's kind of going from the out-of-the-box settings all the way through to where I'm ready to start using the software and be a power user. And I can do the whole thing in less than 5 minutes. And so I'm going to go through, I'm going to explain what each option does. I'm going to let you decide if you want to use these options or not. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm starting out here by clearing my registry so that I can launch SolidWorks 2019 fresh and clean out of the box. And we're going to go through, we're going to see what an initial setup of SolidWorks looks like for me, Toby, a SolidWorks expert and SolidWorks power user. This is how I go from being completely out of the box to being set up the way that I like it in less than 5 minutes. All right, so since we cleared the registry, we're basically launching SolidWorks fresh out of the box. So let's start out by going to this upper left corner. I'm going to hit the little triangle here to fly out this menu, and then I'm going to hit the push pin, and that's going to keep these menus always visible, which is what I like. I like being able to always see my pull down menus. Next, I'm going to go into my add-ins, and I'm just going to make sure there's no add-ins turned on that aren't pertinent to the project we're working on today. Next, I'm going to click New, and on this new window, I'm going to click the little Advanced button so that I'm looking at my folders here that represent all my different templates. I'll choose the part inch one, and I'll go to my front plane, begin a sketch, orient my view, and I'm going to press the S key to launch my shortcut bar. Now, those of you who have watched my videos for a long time, you know that I love the shortcut bar, but I am going to customize it a little bit. So I'm going to choose Customize here. So now you can see that whenever I'm working in sketch mode, I can just press the S key and I can right away jump into center point rectangle and begin sketching a center point rectangle. Now, I like to utilize the auto dimension function when I'm in sketch mode. So I'm going to go to options here, sketch, and then I'm going to choose the option for enable on-screen numeric input on entity creation and create dimension only when value is entered. And what that means is now when I press the S key and I choose rectangle, I can single click here, move my mouse, let go of the mouse, 2, enter, 6, enter. And I've got a nice fully defined sketch with dimensions already on there. If I make a circle here, 1, enter, I've got a nice, defined diameter for that circle as soon as I'm sketching. Huge time saver, really awesome bit of functionality in SolidWorks. Now, when it comes to the feature toolbar, as far as the colors go, you can see here that I can go to options and I can go to colors. And once I go into colors here, I can go into this flyout menu and say I want the icon color to be classic. And I want this option here to be medium light. And when I do that, you can see that now all my icons go to this green and yellow instead of everything being blue and white. Again, just personal preference. I just prefer for them to be green and yellow. You might prefer for them to be blue and white, and that's fine too. That's why it's an option. So now you guys know how I'm working, what my settings are. When you see a little menu show up, you know that I'm pressing the S key. So from here, we're going to get into the software and we're going to start creating this model of the 10 key.